Hello my crafty friends, it's Krista here from Second Chance Creation. Second time for the day, I think that's about my record. And I'd like to share with you another tiny project. It's paper craft, not lace and not a horse. It's just that I've collected a lot of various papers and bits and pieces, and I thought I'd give it a go. Now this project, I've been watching a lot of YouTube channels to get sort of an idea of what I can make. So just let me remove myself. And no, I'm not in the poo, I've been crafting. So these is the empty toilet rolls that I've used. There's a few videos on YouTube in regard to how to use them and what you can make of them. So what I've done, I've actually gessoed them up and just on the outside, and I'll just get rid of these. And then what I've done is I've coloured the cardboard with my hair chalk because I don't have any paints. And this works really well. It goes in my hair as well on special occasions. But yeah, so I've used the greens, and I think I've used this one. And when I rub it on with my finger, as you can see, it comes up quite thick. And that's what I use just on the toilet roll holders, just like that. And it won't come off. Not sure if you can see that. I'll just try a little bit more. There you go, and it comes up really cool. So that's what I've used to colour the toilet roll holders. And this hair chalk is a pack of 24, so I get quite a few colours. So it's my little toilet roll pocket book, and I made it in the theme of Beatrix. And also I was fortunate enough to be able to get some handmade paper. Now I'm just going to wipe this chalk off my finger because I know what's going to happen. I'll just get my little wipes. And I'll just pop it down here because I know what's going to happen. I'm terrible with paint, let alone chalk. It goes everywhere. Okay, so yeah, so the theme is Beatrix Potter. I don't know much about the story in regard to that, but I know a lot of ladies love the animated story of this, and I know she was a very famous writer because I did Google her. And what I've used was I used cardstock, and I used 2 lots to make the cover quite thick. And the cardstock was quite pretty that I used here. And also I've altered a bit of trim. I'm just going to see if I can switch this light off. It's a bit glary. That's better. So yeah, so as you can see, a little crochet trim just to finish that edge off that I used. And this is this handmade paper from a friend of mine. She gifted me a plastic bag because I asked her if she had any little leftover and snippets that she might not want to use, but of course she does use them, but she was kind enough to give some to me. And so I've done the spine part and just came over a little bit and used it. And there are her details. I thought, well, that was pretty cool because it is done by an original artist. And I just finished off with a little bit of seam binding just here, just to protect the bottom of it because that'll be sitting on the desk. So the whole idea for it, I didn't make a closure, is so that you can pop it on your desk in front of you if you're using little trims. And you can just pop them out of the little sleeves of the toilet rolls as you need them, just like that. So let's go through it. So the first one is I've made a little pocket just here. I had a little felt doily, and I've had some tiny little crochet trim left, that I use just on the bottom. And I've made a little pocket and holds little buttons. They're little vintage buttons. When my mum passed away a couple of years ago, I ended up with her box, and I've always loved that box of buttons because there's buttons in there that are 40, 50, 60 years old. So, and some of these buttons are these buttons, and but because there is doubles and duplicates and triplicates, I'm able to gift and share them, and knowing that they will go to places that will cherish them. Unfortunately, none of my family members are interested in that sort of thing. So, yes. So here we go. It's another little bit of paper snippet, and that's the background of this little photo. I did get the photos from Pinterest, and because I'm not that good in cutting out round circles, I used my pinking shears to give it that little effect. And on the top of all the tags, and including this one, I've got a little round circle, and I used a bottle top. And again, because I'm not so good at cutting circles, because I don't have a circle punch, I covered them with a little applique and with little doily centres. So I thought that looked pretty cool. Here again, the next picture is another one, and I use some more paper here, and I sort of stressed the sides just very gently around the paper edge here. And of course, this is all the chalk, the hair chalk that I used to colour the paper, the toilet rolls. So I gessoed them first, of course, and then I chalked them. So the next slide out is, the first slide out is a pretty little, really pretty little trim. I hope you can see that if I angle it like that, so the light isn't in the way. It's a crochet trim, and this has the paper as well. And I've popped a little bit of tulle and a little button, little vintage button just there. I don't like doing videos at night time because the glare of the light is not really good. The next, and of course on the other side, another piece of handmade paper there, and this is a little paper clip, and it's got love on it, and I use that because the little family just here gathering around for a little powwow meeting, I reckon. And there is Mum, and I thought it was appropriate to use a little bit of lace just here, and again I've coloured all this with hair chalk. The next little slide out is a different sort of lace. It's a beige coloured, very vintagey, very soft, and and also the backing of that is some of the handmade paper, and I used a little bit of the narrow washi tape that was gifted to me by Deb Hendricks when I received a big box of goodies. So that goes back in there, and then the next page, I might just turn that so you can see it better, just like that. It's a little doily, and I've put a little padded button on there. On this one I had just enough lace left. This one I coloured with beetroot juice a long time ago, and yeah, it was just big enough to fit on that page. I thought that was pretty cool because Mum's there having a cup of tea. Here we are again with a cup of tea, and I've covered this one with lace so you can see the background of the green chalk, and I thought that looked pretty cool. Here I've got another little slide out, another little lace, very very dainty. Put a little bit of bling, and it's got the paper down the corner, and that was already green, and a little button just there, and you can see the top part is all the handmade paper. I'll just take that off so you can see it just there. Isn't that gorgeous? The texture is quite unbelievable. And again on the back, little round, little doily centerpiece of a doily, I should say. Yeah, so the next one here, I just had a little piece of trim left that I've used up on here, and I've chalked this as well. Another slide out, and this one has a pretty beige colour trim, very dainty. And this too is does have some paper on the background just there, and I've left it pink at the back. I used some acrylic paint for that one, and just pop that back in there. And then on the back I've got some more paper just here, and the colours just sort of match the colours of the little picture just here. The back page, another pocket, another felt doily, a cute little trim. This is very narrow, this trim, and I do know someone that loves narrow trims. And some more buttons just in there, and of course to finish it off, just a little picture just there. So yeah, so I had fun making this, and it's meant to sit just on the table just like that. I didn't want a closure, so you can just quickly take it out and just see what sort of lace it is that you need, and just pop them back in. Now I've been making these projects. You'll be wondering why I've been making these, because we've only got 10 days left, and then we'll be away for about 2 months. So I won't have any access to all my goodies, and I just can't see myself not crafting for 2 months. So I'll be taking a little bit of paper, a little bit of lace, my tacky glue, and my Shaw Bonder glue gun. And I'll just quickly show you some of the paper offcuts that I received from Yvonne, my friend, who lives only a couple of miles away from here. So yeah, so they're all the snippets of handmade paper. So you can imagine the tags I can make, or the cards I can make with all these beautiful things, and also probably paper clip embellishments, any sort of embellishment really, because the colours are just absolutely beautiful. I'll just bring that up a little bit closer. Sorry ladies, got my iPad at a different angle this time, always trying out new ways. And there's another piece just there. So what I do, of course, I give her a lot of my little snippets of fabric, and she uses them for paper as well. So yeah, so I just thought I'd share that little project with you. All my, like I said, all my projects will be coming with me, and so if the occasion arises where I'd like to send someone a happy mail or a card, or there's a challenge going and I've got the goodies with me, I'll be able to send them away and join the challenge and give someone the pleasure of enjoying the goodies. So until next time ladies, you know what you've got to do. I'm doing it tonight. It's cooled down a little bit, so I'll be doing some crafting. Bye for now.